My name is Adam Hosmeyer, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. Today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, backpacks. No matter how much equipment you amass over time, you're never going to be happy with your backpack. I started out with a simple backpack from Best Buy, the Low Pro backpack. It's a small size backpack, and it does really work well. It has compartments for all your stuff. Has a compartment up here at the top to put all your loose items. It holds your gear securely. It'll hold about one full-size camera, a couple of lenses, and a few odds and ends. Up here on the top, you can put a tablet in there. You can also put some SD cards and pens and whatever you need. In the side here, in the water bottle holders, you can put a tripod and secure it with these straps. All in all, this is a really good backpack for a small day trip. However, once you start accumulating more and more gear, this pack will just simply not be big enough for you. So you'll soon outgrow it quickly. But if you're just going for a day trip or something, it's good for that. And like I say, it does hold your gear snugly. So once you outgrow that backpack, you're probably going to decide, hey, I want the biggest backpack I can possibly get to fit all my gear that I could possibly have and take it with me wherever I go. And that's why I got this backpack. This is the Manfrotto alot backpack, and it is a huge backpack. I can't get it all on the camera. It is a huge backpack. You can simply put just about everything you own in this backpack, and it's going to secure everything nice and snug because you can build a compartment specific for your needs and to fit your cameras specifically for your stuff. And when you put it in there, it holds it nice and snug. It has 2 quick access points here, so you can get your stuff on the go. But this bag turned out to be just way too big for my needs. It was just too big. I looked like a turtle when I was wearing it. I mean, it sticks out so far. It's so thick. I looked like a turtle when I was wearing it. And every time I would try to get past something, or if I was in a crowded area, it just was totally uncomfortable. It was just totally not practical to have. Now, a backpack of this size is going to be great if you're going to go to one location and work out of your backpack all day and then just put it, back in your car. If you're on the go or on the move, this isn't such a great backpack. The straps are super comfortable. You can configure them many different ways. But like I say, it's just not a practical backpack for everyday activities. So we moved out of this one and on to the next one. Enter the Everyday Backpack by Peak Design. While more expensive than both of the other backpacks combined, it seems to fall into the perfect backpack sweet spot. It's so hard to find. It comes with a 20-liter and a 30-liter version. I ordered both of them to see what the sizing was like. And here's my advice on which size for you to get. If you're a smaller person, get the 20-liter. Unless you have a ton of gear, in that case, get the 30-liter. If you're a bigger person, get the 30-liter because the 20-liter is going to look like a little Dora backpack on you. I got the all black murdered out version, and I think it's the sharpest looking color out of the tan, charcoal, and gray color. But if I had to do it again, I wouldn't get this color because it just shows dirt like absolutely crazy, and you're all the time having to wipe down your bag to keep it looking halfway. Now the material that it's made out of makes it easy to clean, but any little speck of dirt just shows up like crazy. The outside is a sleek design with only a water bottle holder on each side. But in these water bottle holders, there's convenient straps. So if you want to put a tripod or something in there, you can put it in there and strap it down to the anchor points located here and here. And this stretches out, would fit a big water bottle and a fairly big tripod. So those straps are really handy. And then on this side, it also comes with a keyhole. Put your keys on that, throw them down there, they'll be secure. On the bottom side of the backpack, there's additional straps that tuck up into here. And you can strap something on the bottom and use these anchor points here to strap something to the bottom of your backpack, like a sleeping bag or a mat or something. And again, they tuck it up in here and stay out of the way until you need them. And this is secured by a magnet, which is pretty cool. So you don't ever have to worry about those. There's also 3 handles on this backpack that you can grab. One on each side. One on each side and one on top, which comes in convenient when you're just trying to lift your backpack. A lot of backpacks I have don't have carry handles like that. So no matter how your bag is laying or sitting, you can always have a handle, and it's a really secure, thick strap. The zippers are premium, watertight, and easy to operate. No problems at all with the zippers. The zippers also have a locking mechanism to keep the would-be thieves at bay. And while not perfectly locked, you'll keep somebody from just coming up and unzipping your bag and taking off with your stuff. The straps on this pack are nice. They could use extra padding. It's one of the downsides of the backpack. If you have this thing completely full of stuff, these straps just aren't padded enough. They'll begin to hurt after a while. But they do have a adjustable chest strap that's easy to on and off. And also this backpack has a waist strap that tucks into each side of the backpack, so you can distribute the load more easily. Pull it out there. It's easy to pull in and out, but again, it tucks back in out of sight when it's not in use, which is good because most of the time you won't be using the waist strap. So it's not going to be in the way when it's not deployed. While we're on the straps, you can see that I have a Peak Design capture clip. When I ordered the thing, I honestly thought I was just going to send it back because I thought I'd never use it. But I decided to try it out, and I took my family to the zoo. Boy, it is the neatest thing. It is really handy. So what happens is when you use a neck strap to carry your camera around all day, eventually your neck is going to start hurting from the weight of the camera being held up by your neck. So what this does is it keeps the weight of the camera on the straps in the backpack and let your shoulders carry the weight of the camera. I don't know if it'd be good for a full frame camera or not, but for my A6400 it worked perfect. You can get the camera out of there in just a matter of, it's so easy. And then you can put it back in there one-handed. So it's really convenient when you're at places where you want to make sure you have your camera handy at all times. The backpack just opens from each side, kind of a wing method of opening. And it reveals the ample storage on the inside of the backpack. Both of the flaps have a zipper pocket, and that's really stretchable, so you can pile a lot of stuff in here. With additional storage here, I have some pins and flashlights and extra batteries divided with the 3 dividers that are provided. And these dividers are pretty special because of the way they're designed. You can fold and bend and however you might need to set up your gear. You just fold the wings down like that, put it exactly where you want it. And it has Velcro on each side. You just put it into place. You have a hole pass through if you want to put something like a camera with a longer lens on it, or if you just want to put an individual lens. You can fold the flap up like that, put an individual lens right there. Or if you have a really long lens, like a big old zoom lens, you can put all three of them up like that. You can put it right there in the side. This backpack can be modified the way you want it to fit just about anything. The only negative of this is that your gear will probably not fit snug like it would in other camera backpacks. There always is going to be a little bit of room for your stuff to move around. Let's say I put this lens in there, and it's not perfectly snug, so while you're walking around, there's going to be a little bit of room for your lenses to move around. The top of the bag is accessible through the top flap, and it uses a magnetic latch, which is basically simply awesome. It's easy to latch and never comes undone accidentally. The top part is also expandable, which is good because everything kind of winds up in the top of your pack after a long day of shooting. But you can see the latch won't accidentally come undone. I can pull them out any way. Unless you pull this thing a specific way, it won't come undone. It's easy to latch back up. So it's really nice. The top of the pack is expandable. You can use any one of these 4 latch points to latch your top thing to. The only thing is, if you use the top one, it'll create these little flaps here, these little creases that will let water in an otherwise waterproof backpack. But as long as you don't have it all the way to the top, everything cinches down nice and tight. Again, one of the other downsides of this backpack that I've found is after a long day of shooting, everything just becomes a jumbled mess in the top of the backpack because it's easier just to chunk everything in the top of this than it is to unzip the sides, put everything back in its place. The backpack is designed to be open on the side. Even if you have it on your body, you can loosen the straps and swing it around and open it up on your chest area, stomach area. But it's definitely designed to be open. The sides are designed to be open while the backpack's in this position here. You open it up and you get your stuff out. And see, if I had a lens in here, like say this lens, say if I had a couple of lenses in here, they'd just be sitting there easy to access, like so, laying on their side. Now, you have to be really careful because the temptation is when you just set the backpack down like this to open it up. And if you do that, you have to be extremely careful because the lenses and whatever you have in here have a tendency to kind of roll out. Now, I don't have this perfectly level, so it's usually not as extreme as this. But the lenses and whatever else stuff you have in here have a tendency to want to come out when you open it sitting up like this. So you always have to remember that the everyday backpack is designed to be open on the side. One of the negatives of this backpack is that if you need one thing from each side of the backpack, it's kind of a pain to get each item out. You'd have to first loosen that up, get whatever item you need out of this, put it back on, loosen this side up, swing it off this side, and get whatever you need on this. So it's really important that when you go to pack your backpack, you want to try to put everything that you would use in one specific situation on one side of the backpack and everything else on the other side of the backpack. That way you're not having to flip-flop each time you need something out of your backpack. So say you have a APS-C camera on the left side, you want to try to put all your APS-C lenses on that side. of the bag, so you can swap them out real easy. And the top of the backpack here, you want to keep things that are set. You can keep accessible for things that you need easy access for. I usually keep a cleaning cloth and cleaning wipes up here. Maybe my keys. There's some SD cards, but that's what I keep in this little felt line top pouch. You can keep your cell phone and whatnot. It also has a divided area right here. Let's see, divided area right here. One's for a tablet, and you can also put a 15-inch laptop in here. When you put a 15-inch laptop in here, though, it really stretches it out. I mean, it fits easily, but it makes the whole pack a little bit heavy. In summary, this is a real nice backpack. It really functions as a two-in-one. It's a rugged pack that is just kind of, as its name implies, it can be used for everyday activities. It's like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. You can use it for the gym. You can configure it however you want it. So if you need to go to the gym, configure it for the gym, you can go to the gym. Hiking, swimming, you can keep your dry clothes dry and your wet clothes wet. You can configure it for that, no problem. You can also load it down with all the camera gear you could ever need. If there isn't enough room on the inside, you could always strap your stuff to the outside. For me, though, it fits as the best as a medium carry backpack. And what I mean by that is just the essential items for the day. And if you're going on a trip or something, don't be afraid to pack this thing down. And then once you get to the hotel or whatever, thin out your gear a little bit. But you wouldn't want to be carrying this backpack around fully loaded all day. The straps would just make it too uncomfortable for that. Some of the things, which brings us to some of the things I'd like to change about the backpack. Again, the straps are, I don't want to belabor the point, but if they had a little more padding, this pack would be way more comfortable than it is. And it's adjustable. It really does fit nice. It's just that the padding is not there when this thing is, if you had like 2 cameras in here and 3 or 4 lenses and a laptop, any other thing that you want to carry for the day, if you had about 10 pounds worth of stuff in here or more, this thing would really, these straps would really start hurting in a very short time. So to me, if they could make these straps a little thicker and a little more plush, it would help with the comfort of this backpack, especially for all day use. Otherwise, like I say, you're going to have to trim down your load before you go out, or it'll be pretty uncomfortable by the end. Another thing that would be nice if there's an extra little flap maybe built in right here, so the stuff from the top pouch wouldn't fall down the sides. It wouldn't be nearly as possible. It wouldn't be as possible if there's a flap right here somehow. Then stuff from the top pouch couldn't fall down the sides of your backpack. As of now, they can fall down, slip to the sides, and then go all the way down. Also, another thing I like to have on this backpack is a zipper pocket right here for quick excess items. It would take away from some of the look of the bag, I think. But it would be nice to have a little zipper pack right here. Just a little pocket right there. I mean, it just kind of wasted space. And so that's the everyday backpack. Again, it's a pricey backpack, but in my opinion, it's worth what you pay for it. Because you're not just getting a camera backpack and you're not just getting a daily carry backpack. You're getting a combination of both. You can do pretty much anything you want to with this backpack. In that regards, it's a fairly decent value, and it's waterproof. Overall, I think this is a really great backpack, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.